Good morning, folks. Welcome to another little episode of Real Country with Jeff and Melanie. We got a few chores to take care of today. According to the weatherman, we got about a 60% chance of showers tomorrow. And then it's supposed to start turning cold finally. We're going to have some days next week that's only going to get up in the 40s and 50s, and the nights going to get out in the upper 20s. That'll be nice for a change. But if I want to enjoy a good fire in the fireplace, you got to get my wood in there where to stay dry before the rain comes. And you got to get me some kindling, I call it, to start the fire with. I've learned over the years that I can get a fire started within just a couple of minutes if I start off with a bunch of twigs to begin with and just a little piece of fat lighter to get it started. Then you can pile it all up in a teepee, I call it, and it'll be a roaring fire before you know it. I'm proud we're going to get some cold, but of course, that's my luck. I've already started trying to get ready for the spring garden and want to try to set me out some lettuce and some radishes. I got my seeds in the other day, but we've had rain off and on all week again, and now it dried out a little bit today, and we're talking rain again tomorrow. So I kind of hate to get out here and try to start building a hothouse in pouring rain. I don't want to wind up sick. Been lucky so far. Hadn't had the sniffles yet this year, and like to keep it that way. But way they talk next week, it'll just be cold, maybe not quite so rainy, and maybe I can get out here first of the week, set me up a little small hothouse to get my plant started. But I want to make sure I got enough of this to start me at least 2 or 3 nights fires. We don't really heat the house with it. We've got good old central, but eventually I would like to get a wood burning insert in my fireplace where we could. We just enjoy watching the fire and sitting in front of it, feeling warm every now and then, drinking a good old cup of coffee. So trying to get me up at least, excuse me for bending over, 2 or 3 days worth of starters. And then I'm going to bring up this pile behind me of split firewood, keep it dry. And I've already got my rack under the carport ready. So hopefully we can enjoy a couple nights fires. But let me get over here. The fun part, as always, is all the times the good old firewood heats you up before you actually sit down in front of it. I know earlier in the year, last year, I had to get out here and split all this up and cut it down. And then all of this got toted from way back in yonder. And I'll take a little walk back here. Let me flip this around and show you. I'm trying to gradually clear and redo our place. I want to build some outbuildings and some hot houses. And I'm liking more and more this idea of the aquaponics. I got old Miss Boone following me out here. She's smelling the rabbits and the squirrels and possums. Let me turn this around just a minute. We'll see the old path. I'm cutting some trees that the storm knocked down. Found me a little bit of pieces, old fat lighted stump. I've set them aside. But this is a jungle back here. And I can tell a difference when I play with it. Like I said, I have cut a bunch, and I've got some cut and split, some I still got to split. Might do some of that this evening. Had a little pop-up blind out here and a tree fell on it, but it was an old one and I probably hadn't used it in several years. But I've got to cut all this up and split it. And then this is the site of our future outdoor kitchen. And see if I can zoom in here a little bit. There's that big old pallet load. I've done whittled it down about halfway, but I need to bring that up here. But all my property has got a slight canter downhill, and I love the wooded part of it. There's a little nandina bush coming up. Uh-oh. I still got it blowed up. Let me back it off. There's a little wild nandina bush popping up. Have to leave that one. And there's a bunch here I'm splitting. A lot more right yonder I've got to. Here's another old fat lighted log. I need to bring it up to the house, at least to the woodshed. But like I said, all my property has got a slight tilt downhill. And the storm has knocked some of these big old trees down, and I just decided to start cutting some of the rest. It's like a jungle, and I need to clean it up. But it's just hard for one old boy to do by himself. And like right now, I'm just gonna get a couple of these and tote with me as we walk. But it's all uphill. And this oak is not light, even though this has been split and stacked for about 3-4 months now. Let me get one more piece. Oh, there's a good little old twisted piece right there. Come on, boo. Uh-oh. Folks, it looks like a drunk camera work, but I'm sober. But yeah, this is the fun part. Normally, if I ain't toting the camera, I'll have at least 6 of these in my arm. And sometimes they're bigger, longer, and heavier. But through years of stupidity and ball playing, I have one arm with a torn rotator cuff that happened probably 31 years ago, 32 years ago now. About time me and Miss Melanie was dating, and never had it worked on. As long as I don't try to throw a strike from center field, I'm good. But straining, you can't last quite as long as you did before you hurt it. And the other arm, we was working on a little outdoor shed at one of our hunting clubs. Came home and had a couple bags of concrete left on the trailer. Did I mention this is uphill? But anyway, I did everything technically correct as far as lifting and toting. But as I was walking with it, I heard a pop. And it felt like somebody stuck a cigarette on my arm. And I tore a bicep on the other arm. So I got one arm with a bad bicep, another arm with a bad shoulder. But as long as I don't do too much, it's probably about 85% what it ought to be. And my ball playing days is over. But you can tell it when you grab something heavy and tote it for a while like that. And even though it don't look like I did a lot of walking, I just crossed about 2 acres. And I'm gonna drop these here with another bit I brought up. Whew. Oh, excuse me, drunk camera work. And since I want a good breakfast tomorrow in the rain, I done got out here and I'm starting some trouble. Let me turn this around. Like I've done before in other videos, we fixing to turn on the heat. I got some jalapeno cheddar sausages that I'm fixing to throw the coals under as we speak. It won't take long. I didn't start a whole lot of coals. We just want just enough to cook these 5 or 6. And of course I got one gonna fall down where I don't want it to fall down. Alright, excuse my mess. My whole property is a big old work in progress. Alright, now those look good and they're just starting to smoke, so I just put it on there. So, let me grab a sip of good old 8 o'clock coffee. Woo, honey hush. But just thought I'd make this little video, let you know a little bit of what I got going on the farm today. I want to get involved, like I've been saying, with bigger and better things, but it just ain't worked out. So I'm out here doing what I can. I've gotten so far today 3 of these little buckets, 5-gallon buckets of twigs, and as you can tell, there's more I can do. So I'll get me up 3 or 4 of them. That'll last me doing this little rainy day tomorrow. And then we'll have some good fires in the house. Might even make a little video on that one night. But folks, like I said, I'm gonna cut this off. I gotta cook these sausages, take them in the house, and then finish hauling this wood before it gets too late this evening. I don't think the rain's gonna come in until wee hours of the night. But maybe we'll get through this and we'll have some dry weather and I can get out here and build a hothouse. But thank y'all for watching. If you like the videos, hit the like and subscribe. And if the good Lord's willing the creek don't rise, we'll catch y'all on down the road. Thank you.